and Lex.
Two imperfect six-figure business coaches, co-founders, and friends who decided to combine our superpowers to bring to market something we wish we had when we entered the world of coaching.
A real, non-BS, intimate, and fun community built with integrity, intention, and a few glasses of wine.
In this podcast, we get real.
Real about life,
business,
relationships,
and what it really takes to find your version of success in the world of coaching. Are you ready, Lex?
I'm set, Em.
Let's coach. Hi, Lex.
Hey, how's it going?
I almost don't think I recorded. I can't believe I messed up on a recording last week. This is like
Did
the
you
first.
Never find it?
Never found it. I had like a disappearing recording thing, which was really heartbreaking.
Oh, well, hi guys. So speaking of recording, other than recording video, we want to talk a little bit about photo shoots because Emily and I just booked a photo shoot. So you guys, if you're regular listeners, know that I visited Emily in Denver with Ashlyn this summer. Now, Emily is coming to me in just a few weeks and I'm so excited. And we just booked a photo shoot. It'll be our second photo shoot. So let's talk about photo shoots.
I was going to say, Lex, also, I have no high maintenance-ness to me. Like, you don't have to take nuts out of your house or anything.
Okay, I'm sorry that if I have a nut, I will die. If we want to call that high maintenance, then fine.
And no cheese, remember?
Okay. First off, for anyone who doesn't know, I am deathly allergic to nuts. So I'm sorry that makes me high maintenance. Blame my DNA. Second, the no dairy thing when I went to Emily was a requirement from my doctor while breastfeeding. So again, not a choice. These are not choices, Emily, that I am making. These are like health things. So you're an asshole.
I'm sorry. But
my one choice that was high maintenance is I'm not a seafood fan. So like we are dwindling down. I'm like, can't have nuts, love dairy, can't have dairy, not a super fan of seafood.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was like, do you want to go to dinner? Oh, you don't. Oh, you can't eat anything. Here's like a bowl of cereal. Best of luck to you.
I know, but even cereals sometimes are made in factories manufactured with nuts. Guys, if you have a nut allergy, you know what I'm talking about.
I do. I empathize a lot. But anyways, so back to the photo shoot. We're very excited about this photo shoot. And Lex, I would say, is more particular about photo shoots than I am.
Very. I mean, I have a career history in PR. And if you've listened to this show or you know me, you also know my personality. When it comes to, it's funny, when it comes to work, I'm very particular. Socially, if you look at my house, my office is a mess. But I don't know. It's like I put all my anal retentiveness into business and then I'm lackadaisical outside. But yes, I want us to have a venue that is on theme. I want us to have outfits that are coordinated and match our color schemes. So these are things I care about.
Yeah. And I'm very grateful for that because otherwise I probably would have been like, what do you think of this red dress? And I would have ruined our entire Instagram feed and whole website.
Yeah, exactly. So you're welcome for me being anal and apparently high maintenance.
Yes, very much so. So what are your hacks for a good photo shoot, or what defines a good photo shoot for you?
I mean, I'm really awkward behind the camera. I think that, again, I like to pick and think about venues that have the right colors and the right vibe for what the intention of the photos are, and really going into a photo shoot with a understanding of the types of photos you need to get out and the use for the photos. So are you doing it for branding, right? So you need some photos for social media, maybe some for web banners, web images on your website. Going in with a plan, I think, makes it a much more effective photo shoot. But what about you, Emily?
No, I completely agree. And I think what was great about our last photo shoot we went and we reviewed all of the assets that we did need to walk away with. So as most of you know, Lex and I had only met once briefly, and we never had a photo together. So all of the photos we had taken together were virtual screen grabs or Lex superimposing me like hanging out next to her, essentially. So we had nothing with us side by side. So it was really important for for us to get certain shots, especially as we were submitting headshots for various events and whatnot. I think in terms of venue, that was a challenge, but we were able to scout a bunch of venues before we decided on a venue, and that made it really helpful. We ended up shooting our first shoot at this place in Denver called Happy Camper. So if you're from Denver, or if you've been to Denver, this is like a quintessential millennial Gen Z hotspot. Like, it's so Instagrammable in there, and it really had little moments within the space for us to take the whole shoot and not have to go to various venues, and also be playful along the way.
Yeah, it was fun because we're fun. Don't you think we're fun? I think we're fun.
We're so fun.
We're so fun. Love us. Speaking of, coming together for a photo shoot, it really speaks to the power of the collaboration of our partnership. And today we're going to be talking about specifically the power of collaborations in communities in coaching.
Beautiful. I think that was the best transition I've ever seen you make.
Rachel, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So where do we want to kick off here?
Well, I think we'll start a little bit just telling you a story about having community, and a story. When I started 6 Degrees Society, people came to me when the Wing came out. Do you remember the Wing? Did you ever go to the Wing?
I never went, but I know it.
Never went to the Wing. Surprised. People would come to me and they're like, oh my God, the Wing came out. You're probably going to go out of business because the Wing has all this celebrity power around it. And aren't you scared they're going to take your customers? And I wasn't for many reasons. While we might share the same customers, we served them differently. While I was more of an event experience, they were a location, they were a venue, they were a destination for co-working. So the point I'm trying to make is you can be similar in so many different ways, but you can also be an asset to one another, and you can be a collaboration partner. So the Wing, I would meet amazing clients there. I had friends that were members at the Wing. It served 6 Degrees, and I think 6 Degrees Society served the Wing. So moving forward in terms of coaching and in life and in community, I think if anything, we're so much stronger together. And I know that's so generic and that's so like 2016, but I really believe it.
So 2016. No, I think that was a beautiful story to demonstrate a really, really powerful mindset shift that we encourage everyone to make. And that is that, to Em's point, we're better together, and there's enough room. There's enough room for us all. We've met individuals who hold their cards very closely and really operate from a place of scarcity and feel like, oh, I'm, every other business coach out there is my enemy. Emily and I don't believe that whatsoever. We feel like there's room for us all, and actually we can rise up together through the power of collaboration. And we're going to share some real life examples today of how we do that and how we've seen others, amazing women that we have worked with, do that too. So I'd love to start with calling out some of our favorite communities that we have collaborated with. So Em, do you want to kick us off?
Yes. And I want to also add one quick note. So having started a community, I always felt self-conscious joining other communities. I don't know why, but I felt like, oh, I don't want to intrude on them. Like they should be, I can support them. I can share out their stuff, but I always felt weird being in community myself. I have no idea, honestly, where this like insecurity came from. But over the last 3 years, I've joined so many communities in a more serious way, rather than like being on the fringe benefits of a community. I've committed to the communities, engaged in the communities. So a few of my favorites that I'm a part of and that we collectively are a part of include Hey Mama. So Hey Mama was a community. Let me guess what it's for. It's for moms. And I always admired the founders. I used to sit next to them in a co-working space I belonged to in New York. And I was eager for the day when I could finally hit the like join community. So Hey Mama has been such an incredible community in terms of being able to promote our events there, learn from other individuals, collaborate with people, attend events, network, and grow personally. I would be remiss not to include 6 Degrees in here. 6 Degrees has been just so fundamental in terms of growing as an individual and also expanding my network and growing word of mouth. And for Ready, Set, Coach, we've gotten a lot of our cohort through 6 Degrees. Lex, you want to tell us the next one?
Yeah. So another community that we're intentionally a part of is Ladies Get Paid. And Emily started to dip into, okay, so once you join this community, how is this benefiting your coaching practice? Well, one, through basic showing up and networking is great, but also some of these platforms have opportunities to collaborate. So with Ladies Get Paid, we have collaborated in hosting events for their community. And these have been wildly successful for both parties, for the community and the value that we're delivering, but also for us in a form of introducing us to potential clients. So Ladies Get Paid has been great. We want to give a shout out to the BRA network, the Business Relationship Alliance, led by Carrie Murray. We're both in that as well. Love it. And I'll give two more quick shout outs. We have Dreamers and Doers, another favorite of ours, led by Geisha. All of these have unique components, and there's similar people, as you can see, in multiple of these communities, but they all offer something slightly different. Dreamers and Doers is really great for press opportunities. Emily and I have gotten press opportunities for Ready Set Coach through D&D. And then finally, Forward Female. Forward Female has a special place in my heart because they were the first community I ever partnered with for my individual business, and I threw my launch party there. But what's been cool is I've watched them grow as we've grown, and we just continue to be brand champions for each other, which is really great.
And again, I think all these communities serve and might have overlap in terms of members, but they have something special. They have their own special sauce. I'm going to shout out a few more communities that I'm a part of that I love. The Entreprenista League by Stephanie and Courtney. What was the other one? Misha Moms, again, another moms community, but it's a WhatsApp platform, and it's all moms matched based on the due date of your child. And these are really successful, ambitious women, but we're coming together with a shared interest of figuring out how to be a mom. And those are two. Wait, and a few more too. Pretty Naked. Amanda, who's actually in our cohort, she is the founder of the Pretty Naked, which is a wellness community. And another cohort member, Amy Christman, has the Fierce Collective, which is an incredible self-care community and platform, honestly hosting some of the best events there. And then a big shout out to our friend, and kind of the reason we met, Lex.
Really though?
Because of Sarah. Yeah. At District Bliss, she's the one who invited me to the conference where I met Lex. And that's an awesome community to see.
If you're an ambitious professional, consultant, or business owner who is feeling called to do more, be more, or make more, we'd like to invite you to learn more about Ready Set Coach.
Do you feel called to create change, help others, and do something outside of your day-to-day that generates true impact?
While you may or may not be content with your day job or existing business, do you feel called to dip your toes into something more? Whether it's tapping into another zone of genius or the side hustle is calling your name, are you ready to explore what being more would look like?
Do you feel like your business or career is leaving money on the table, or you're looking to launch a new revenue stream or side hustle?
Turning your expertise into a coaching revenue stream or side hustle is rewarding, impactful, and a great business model. It's the triple threat, multi-billion-dollar industry that perhaps you've been looking for this whole time.
If you want to explore more on how to add a coaching revenue stream into your life, we invite you to explore our website, readysetcoachprogram.com.
Applications are now open for our 2023 cohort. So those are just some of the phenomenal communities that we love and we're a part of. If you guys are a part of other communities, shoot us a DM. We'd love to shout them out. So that's kind of one side of the coin. Another thing we wanted to talk about is collaborating with other individuals and even other coaches. Let's call out one right here. Me and Em, we are a co-coach collaboration. Ready Set Coach is a collaboration. Emily gets full credit for circa 2020 when we were, in situations where potential clients were vetting us both. Instead of feeling competitive, she saw it as an opportunity to collaborate. And thank God for her and her abundance mindset, because look at this baby that was born.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Oh, she must be talking and walking at this point, right?
No, she's growing up so fast. And through her, we've seen other beautiful collaborations become birthed. Do you want to share some of our favorites?
Yeah. So one of my favorites that happened recently is Teen. If you know, why am I blanking on everyone's last name right now? Teen Singh. There we go. Teen just did a collaboration with a one-on-one client, Stephanie Traska, and then another Ready Set Coach client, Tanisha Baines, and they did something called the Circle. And it was so wonderful to see all these women holding space for other individuals and really developing and creating something together. So look out for more information on the Circle. They're always, I think, relaunching this at quarterly or so right now. And then some other of my favorites, Amanda has been so gracious with her platform and hosted so many of the cohort individuals as speakers and leaders on the platform or her podcast. And she's collaborated with Antoinette Belson, who's amazing, and Amy Christman. Those are a few of my favorites that come to mind.
Yeah, and Mackenzie of Kinder with Mackenzie, that's another one that Amanda has collaborated with. Amy Christman also has her own community, the Fierce Collective, and similarly has invited other members of the cohorts to host events and share their knowledge with her community. So again, Kenzie, I know Daniela May from our first cohort, you, Emily, too.
Yeah.
Julia Santucci as well. Another partnership that's happening more behind the scenes is we have someone in our current cohort, Tiffany, who's developing a program and partnering with Colin, a former, again, OG member of our cohort, who is a lawyer and a business coach. So it's also really cool to see the cross pollination between the cohorts, not just within the active ones.
Yeah, 100%. I see them reaching out to one another and learning from one another, and a lot of Instagram lives are happening too, which is super cool to see. But Lex, I feel like in addition to the collaboration that's happening, we also, as you mentioned, we collaborate with a lot of other coaches. So we're going to shout out some guest coaches that we've had on Ready Set Coach so far. We've had
Real quick before you do, let me tell you guys why we do this. There's two benefits here. We invite guest coaches to coach in our cohort. One, for added value to our students, right? They get to learn from another coach whose zone of genius is outside of Emily and my own. The benefit for the coach coming in is they're getting to share their expertise in front of a very curated, intentional group of women. And we have had members in our group hire the guest coaches we bring in. So that's just to give you a little bit more color of why we do that. Now, yes, do you want to give some shout outs?
Well, I love that. The last one with Candace that we had. What's Candace's last name?
D'Angelo.
Candace D'Angelo. She talked about sales. And after her presentation, holy smokes, we have a Slack channel for everyone in the cohort. People were like literally closing sales. I kid you not, like 10 minutes after the presentation ended. And that was the coolest thing. They took the learnings and they were able to apply it pretty much immediately.
Literally, there was a screenshot, a screenshot of someone within 10 minutes of that guest workshop using one of the tactics and closing a lead that's been kind of hanging on for a while. So
yeah. Cool. And I think the other thing too, so with Ready Set Coach, we talk about money, mindset, management, and messaging. And Alyssa Blackwell crushed it with both mindset and money. She was talking about like money mindset and just up leveling your money mindset. And there's so much, you could see their eyes just lighting up with dropping the bombs of knowledge that she did. Or I wasn't at Jasmine's, but Jasmine, we can talk about that one.
Yeah, we've had multiple branding experts in our group, and Jasmine gave a wonderful presentation on really having your brand stand out as a coach specifically, which was so helpful. In a past cohort too, we invited Hillary Hartling to speak, and she talked about really finding and articulating your brand's love language, which was really powerful. Another one we had was Alice Hugh, who talked about money mindset, which, boy, that is an ongoing thing we can all use. She was incredible as well.
And then I also love the fact that we can pull from past cohorts. We've got all of these experts in our past cohorts, and we like to recycle them. Basically, we would like to bring them forth into our new cohort. So we have one graduate, Kayla Kleinman, who is just a social media whiz, and she talked about social media and mindset and best strategies. And I think that's basically, I feel like we're in an award show right now, and there's a lot of people we want to thank, but high level, the power of collaboration and asking for help is so important. And it's so easy to do it on your own and feel like you are a martyr and you are, you have to do the struggle, but you could also grow so much faster if you were strategically collaborating with other people.
And can I highlight one more thing that I think is so cool? Some people might feel like it's counterintuitive or competitive to join a program like Ready, Set, Coach, where you're literally in a room with other coaches, right? We've had people ask us that, like, it's not shooting myself in the foot. I don't want to show them how I'm doing it. They're my competition. Yeah. Fast forward, Emily and I have even hired people within our groups for their specialties. We've hired Colin for her legal services. I just hired a gal in our recent cohort, Corey Whitland, who is an executive functioning coach, to help me be a better coach and coach people through overwhelm. So really open your mind to any new room is an opportunity to grow as a human, but also grow your business.
Oh yeah. I just booked, Amy Crispin has a new program out for the end of the year, and basically like holding space for the end of the year. I was like, hello, yes, please. I would love to be held. I do a lot of holding of other people. I would love just to be in someone else's program. It's like going to a spa and someone else massaging you versus being massaged. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And I love the fact that we've got so many smart women in this room. Like, it's a shame not to take advantage of them.
Antoinette too has both helped both of us. Basically, come into our cohort and we'll hire you.
You will make your return investment in us. Oh my gosh, Daniela May sells oils. I bought all of her oils basically. So now I'm like an oil convert. So it's fascinating to see how much we learned. Kenzie has Kinder with Mackenzie, and I'm just waiting for my son to be a little older until I invest with her. And I'm like, how the heck do you navigate kindergarten? Teach me
I
your
know.
ways.
I've live shot her info to so many of my friends now too. So what we really want you to gather from this episode is the concept that there is enough room. There is enough room. And in fact, one of the smartest ways to escalate or accelerate the success in your business is to not only be open to, but pursue communities and collaborations. So your homework, we want you to sit down. I have 2 parts here for you. Number 1, identify one new community that you can play in. Okay. It can be 6 Degrees Society. It could be another one that we mentioned on the day. Feel free to tap back. So part 1, find one new community you can play in. Part 2, I want you to look at who you know now, who is in your existing network that you could team up with. Now, this could be as simple as collaborating on an Instagram Live, or it can be as intricate as launching a whole new program like we did, right? The sky is the limit.
I love that. I think that's wonderful homework and a great place to start. And it's time for you not to do it alone anymore. Like, you can ask for help. You can partner with other individuals. You can grow faster with others.
Yep. So that's our soapbox for this week. We hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time on the Ready, Set, Coach
podcast. Wow. I'm sorry. Podcast. We'll see you later.
If you're enjoying the Ready, Set, Coach podcast, please leave a review wherever you are listening. For more information about Ready, Set, Coach, visit readysetcoachprogram.com.